Hello everyone. You know what? Many of the Indian households they don't have any income problem, but they have a leakage problem. The leakage is not from the air or from the water. It's a money leakage problem. Every month salary comes in and it quietly disappears. There are no luxury purchases and there are no dramatic spends. The question is, where's our salaries really going? Let's break this down between the lines today. Let's deep dive into the video. The first upgrade is lifestyle inflation. We also call it as a silent upgrade trap. 10 years ago, we are fine with a small two-wheeler and a very basic home and the very minimal clothing, and we'll get only for the festivals. But now, we need a luxury clothing, premium car and an iPhone upgrade every year, along with the multiple subscriptions and the food deliveries every day. If we see individually everything, it doesn't cost much. But if you include everything into a whole bunch, it will cost more. Once the lifestyle increases, it never comes back. This is not a spending, this is an automatic inflation of comfort. The second leakage is EMI. The comfort trap, it costs you a lot of your freedom. Have you ever done this? When you are buying something, only looking at that small amount of EMI that you are going to pay each month, not looking at the overall amount and your overall monthly commitment, and that whole cost you how much. Like, if you are looking at the EMI, that 2,999, it's a very small number, right? Then we think that it will be manageable easily. But if you include everything like your phone EMI, your car and your furniture EMI, if it concludes everything, it will be around 15 to 20,000. Likewise, it will put you in a big trap and it will become a big financial trouble for you. Suddenly, your salary is not yours anymore. You are not alone here. Many of us, we don't track the overall EMIs, but we calculate only the individual ones while we are buying something. But there, at that particular point, the leakage begins. Let me give you an example. I have a friend, let's call him Upgrade Kumar. Whenever Apple launches a new mobile, he sells his old mobile on the Cashify for 10 or 15,000 because the mobile with the dents will get only that price. And he upgrades with a new flagship mobile, not because of he need it, just because he thinks that he can afford it on the EMI. But at the same time, he forgets about his existing EMIs for his brand new shoes and for his watches and for his fancy birthdays. He still celebrates at the age of 25 like a kid. It sounds funny, right? But this is the reality. We justify each purchase individually, but we totally ignore the overall commitment. Here's the serious part. EMIs don't just take your money, they take your freedom as well. You can't take the career risk, you can't say no to your work stress, and you can't get slowed down because fixed payments are waiting on every month 5th. This is not a financial leakage, it's a psychological leakage. But that psychological leakages are the expensive ones. So today I came up with the two examples where most of the middle class families are getting trapped and paying the EMIs for the decades. The first one is the marriage trap. Once we are decided to get married, we are not thinking about what's our budget and what kind of marriage that we can afford and how much we should spend on the marriage. But we are just thinking about what society think about us. But you know one thing, the society will forget the same thing and everything in just one single day. But the EMI will be remains for decades. But just think about it and spend cautiously. Or think about the schools. Sometimes we don't choose the school based upon the teaching quality, but based upon the brand and the reputation. Because when someone asks you where your children is studying, the answer needs to be sounds very impressive, not the practical one. And you know one thing, the validation spending has no ceiling because the society expectations will be keep on rising. The last year wedding is grand, this year it should be more grander. If last year you gift you the expensive one, this year it should be more expensive. If you keep on improving in that, you can't win the race. Real question is, are we spending for the joy or are we spending to protect our image? Because the image maintenance is quite expensive and most of the middle class is carrying this burden very quietly. The relative who judge you today, they won't help you when you have a financial pressure tomorrow. And the validation feel goods for one evening and the financial pressure remains for years. I wanted to end this video with telling you one last thing. Most of the people are not bad at the earning, but They are unconscious about the spending. Money don't disappear suddenly, but it leaks slowly. If you feel your salary is leaking every month, maybe it's not the problem about your income. The problem is with the attention. Start noticing. Track for 1 month. Not to restrict yourself, but just to understand yourself. Because before increasing the income, we must fix the leaks. Just think about it. Thank you.